Alright, in our last video we added a rectangle, we trimmed some lines, the glass stop and a top rail, and we deleted a few things. Now let's kind of continue on with that. We're using the vbCAD program, which is included with your WinBidPro software. And so now I think, okay, and I turned the snap feature on, which is supposed to get us real close to the line that we're getting near when we click and release and all that. So let's see if we can adjust this. Well, what I found in this program, rather than adjusting something, it's almost easier just to delete it and redraw it. So let's try drawing the glass stop first. So we're going to do the rectangle, and we've got our snap to nearest on. And sometimes I like to zoom in so we get a better take on what we're doing here. You'll notice when the lines are basically in sync here, it turns green on my little crosshair. So now if I click and I hold down the mouse and I drag, look at that other glass stop's not even right there. And then I let go and then I click again, then it places that right there. So for, if we zoom to Extense, it still looks pretty good. When we change the color, you won't be able to notice that that it's kind of a fraction off there at that joint. Okay, so now we've done our little glass stop, and again, this is eyeballing. This isn't precision drawing right now because frankly this program isn't very good at that, the vbCAD. You're going to want to use a real AutoCAD program or TurboCAD or FastCAD or something like that. And again, we recommend AutoSketch, which is a very affordable but very powerful program, and it does work good with our drawings. So let's do another rectangle. I'm going to zoom in a little more again. Remember, where I point is where it's going to zoom as the center. So I'm going to go up to here, wait until I see a little bit of a change in color. If I can't, there we go. Now I'm going to click and drag, and it should snap to this location. It gets me pretty close. So I let go and then I click again and then it places it. So now I've done my bottom rail and my glass stop. Now that was a lot quicker than doing that trim stuff I was doing with the other one. So let's actually keep going with this. Let's delete these directional things because they're not happening anyway because we're changing it. So remember, I left click to select the things I want to delete, and then I just point to one of the things I've selected, right click, and they're all gone. So that's pretty simple. So now, with this software, for the life of me, I couldn't find an easy way to resize something. Like I couldn't just grab this and move it over. So that's one of the things I actually don't like about this program, is there's simple things it should do that I can't figure out. So the easiest thing for me is to click on something, delete it, and just redraw it. And you'll find the same thing, I think. So I'm going to have to zoom in to get a better handle on what I'm zooming or what I'm wanting to delete. So I want to delete this top rail, scroll down, and I'm going to delete this glass stop and this bottom rail right here. So remember, I left click to select and then I right click. Now they're all gone. So the first thing I'm going to do in this one is draw the top rail rectangle. So I click that. I go up to where my crosshairs kind of change colors. Click and drag, and that's pretty good right there. And I left click. Now I'm going to draw zoom in a little bit more. I'm going to draw the glass stop. I'm going to do that on the inside. So I left click, and actually you don't have to hold down the mouse button. There's a couple different ways you can do it, but I'm going to drag it all the way over here, so I'm not holding the button right now. And then I'm going to left click again, and then it placed that glass stop in there. So now I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to do the same thing down here. And actually it looks like the verticals were interrupted on the glass stops, but either way you can draw it however you want. So I'm going to do it, let's try and do it that way here. So I'm trying to get the crosshairs lined up, and I'm dragging it over. See, this time I'm holding down the mouse button, so either way. So I do that, And then I'm going to do the rectangle for the glass stop. And this time I'm not holding down the mouse button, so you can kind of do it either way. And I'm just trying to get it as good as I can. So now when we zoom Extense, you know, it's not perfect for exact measures, but it looks pretty good. So now let me show you how to change the colors. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit better so we can select all these things we've drawn. Now to select something, we just go up to this little box. That's the select tool. So I'm going to select the glass stop. I'm going to select the top rail. With a bigger monitor, this would be a lot easier because you could see everything. But so I'm trying to select the glass stop, so I have to zoom in a little bit more. So there's the glass stop, and then I'm going to go down and select the bottom rail. So now I've selected all the things I want to change the color of, but I haven't activated them yet. So I'm going to right-click on it, any one of those lines I've selected, and this is where you get the little handles. And that means that's now active, and whatever I do over in the properties is going to change what I have selected. So what we're looking for is pen color. Click on pen color, go to the little dialog, little three dots, click the purple color, hit OK. Now this is the time where right-clicking won't deactivate what I've done, or won't like get me out of what I've done. So I'm going to click down here in the command line and hit Escape. Now that gets me out of the mode I was in. I'm going to go to Extense, and doesn't look too bad. I guess my purple line up here was overlapping. I don't know why it's looked a little weird when I zoomed out, but for some reason. But that's okay. I mean, you could actually make those the white color if you don't want them to be purple. And okay, so now what we need to do is our directional arrows. So let's do those. We're going to do straight lines, and snap to nearest is still good, I think. So let's do straight lines. I'm going to start in the top corner. And for this is just directional anyway, so this is close enough. I'm going to go to the middle, then I'm going to go back to the other corner. So all I'm doing is I'm clicking, I'm letting go of the mouse, clicking again, and then it basically draws a line every time I click. And now I'm not holding down the mouse button, I'm just moving the mouse around, and I'm going to right click outside here. So that means it's done drawing that line segment that I drew. I need to repeat that command, so I go down here to line, I hit return, and I go back to the corner up here, and I do the same thing. I go to the middle of the door, I click again, I let go, go to the other side, click again. Then I go out of the drawing and I right click, and I'm done with my directional arrows. Now what I need to do is make those dashed lines. So I'm going to go to my select tool, click on each of these lines. It actually made them individual lines. Click those, and I've just selected them, so now I have to activate them. I right click to activate them. And now I'm looking for pen line type, and by layer is like a default, but I actually want it to be like dashed. And there's a lot of different, they're not in alphabetical order for some reason, don't ask me why, but there's a dash dot, and it should keep that if I go down here and hit escape. So now we've got our dash dot lines. So you can pick any one of those styles. You just have to remember it's, I think it was line type. But yeah, to get to that, we had to select, click on the lines we want to affect. Same thing as changing colors, then we right click. But then we're actually going to the property that was line type instead of pen color. So same kind of thing. And then to get out of it, it wouldn't let us just right click here. We had to go down here and hit escape. And that shows us that. So we go to Extense. Now we've basically got something workable for an auto showroom door. That's it.